CES 2018 coverage brought to you by Airwolf Objects, makers of Lulzbot 3D printers. Lulzbot, make everything. CES 2018 is just behind us, and I know not everybody has the chance to go, but here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a virtual CES, and I'm going to give 3 companies the chance to give you an idea of what they're doing and what their booth is about, and you, the consumer, get to make the decision on your own. I'm Joel. This is 3D Printing Nerd. While down at CES, I did have my interview microphone and I was able to talk to Harris of Airwolf Objects, and the interview format was, it's not exciting. It's not a big draw on the channel, and those videos don't get the most amount of views, and so I take that as that's not something everybody wants to see. So instead what I did is I got 3 companies to give us a virtual tour of their booth and talk about the company, and you get to play the role of product consumer. You get to play the role of someone rolling through CES, stopping by a booth and talking to a company representative. There's going to be 3 companies presenting in this video, and then at the end I would love to hear your thoughts on which company you think did the best job presenting and which products you would love to see, or which products you think will be an abysmal failure. You can leave all that down in the comments. But let's get started. I would like to first start with Bill from Flashforge.
Hi, I'm Bill Steele with Polar 3D. Polar 3D is a proud distributor of Flashforge printers. I'm here in the Flashforge booth here at CES 2018, and I want to show you all the products that they have out here at the booth. This is the starting printer here, the Inventor 2S, the first Polar Cloud-enabled third-party printer from a company. Polar Cloud means that it actually has cloud access. We have a camera added to this machine, new electronics to allow more computing, live video streams, for example, complete remote access from anywhere in the world. Behind me here is a second machine. This is the Flashforge Guider 2S. The Guider 2 was a very large format printer with a 11-inch build volume, 12 inches tall, and we did the exact same modifications to it. We added the camera, added the cloud support, and went ahead and do a few other cosmetic changes. The new polycarbonate door, for example, to prevent breakage. So that's their high-end FDM machine, a $2,000 machine. And then over here we have some of the new SLA machines. So this is the classic Hunter from Flashforge. This particular machine is a DLP projector used to produce high-quality jewelry, dental, things like that. But what's new this year is the machine next to it here called the Explorer Max. This is Flashforge's first LCD-based printer. So the LCD, because it's not a DLP projector, actually lowers the cost pretty significantly. We have a much larger build volume with a much more stable resolution across the entire surface. So this machine has twice the build volume of the original Hunter, but it is also significantly less, as in $1,500, but don't tell anybody yet. Fantastic machine. Next table over here, we have a little machine here that we call the Adventure. The Adventure is a very nice little machine, high quality, 6-inch build volume, kind of replaces the lower end Finders. But this is a multi-material machine. Not only is it multi-material, it's a heated bed. It has full cloud support built into it. We have a camera. We have the Wi-Fi access, everything in a $500 package. So this will be coming out here in about 2 months. Very nice little machine. I love these. And then last but not least over here, we've got this little side project I've been working on. Little machine here that I call the Candy Maker. The Candy Maker is, if you're familiar with the PrinterBot printer belt technology that Brooke Drum and I built a while back, I've taken that and reduced the cost to just virtually nothing. This machine is a conveyor belt based printer, just like the printer belt was. In this case, we're using a paraffin wax sheet and a simple syringe based extruder to apply candy or chocolate or whatever in a very, very low cost machine. So this is, if you're familiar with some of these cheap stepper motors that we're using, you can see that this is an incredibly inexpensive build machine. So we think this is going to be a sub $100 printer next Christmas when it's available. So that's it for Flashforge and Polar 3D here at CES 2018.
And there you go. That was Bill representing Flashforge at the Flashforge booth at CES 2018. I thought Bill did a great job. What do you think of the product offerings of Flashforge? Do you think there's some things coming out in the market that are exciting, or do you think Flashforge is heading towards an abysmal failure? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Next up, though, we have Frank from XYZ.
This is Frank from XYZ Printing. I love to show you a tour of XYZ Printing's booth. This is XYZ Printing's newest DaVinci Color AIO Color 3D printer with Color 3D scanner built in. Priced at $4,000, it is 2018 CES Innovation Award honoree. As you see on the bottom, it is a 3D scanning plate that you can put original object inside and will capture the image, give you a 3D file, and you can duplicate out all in one single unit. And the printer itself comes with a lot of user-friendly features, such as fully automatic calibration system, in addition to a removable build plates that you can take out your print object very easily, and also has a carbon filter in the back to make sure that your printing process is extremely safe and noise-free. The AIO will be available in April 2018, and without the scanner version, the regular printer version, it's currently available selling right now. And here are some of the samples that you can see created by the DaVinci Color printer. That the color is very vivid and they will stay on the object permanently and be waterproof. And to print an object like this will cost you around $6. Yeah, this is XYZ Printing's industrial machine, the Part Pro 350. It is a binder jetting technology that use plaster powder to print, will provide a faster printing time, higher resolution, and more build volume. Priced at around $30,000. You can see some of the samples over there that provides a very vivid color, and printing speed is extremely much faster than DaVinci Color. Yeah, we foresee this product will be available in Q2. Yeah, this is XYZ Printing's resin printer, the Nobel Superfine. It is a DOP 3D printer that provides extremely high resolution that you can make high precision jewelries in wax material for casting purposes. It will have a printing resolution of 25 micron Z-axis and 50 on the X and Y. And on the left side is a curing machine to put in your printout objects to do the last minute curing to make the object stronger. And our DOP machine will be $2,800. And the curing chamber will be $499. And here are more examples of the jewelry being printed and casted. This is XYZ's newest large format FFF 3D printer, the DaVinci Super. It features a 12-inch by 12-inch by 12-inch build volume and can take various materials such as carbon fiber, nylon, and more. It's a fully enclosed unit with a lot of user-friendly features, such as a fully automatic calibration system, and also has a laser engraver add-on function for more customization functionality. And the printer will probably be priced at $2,300. Over here will be XYZ Printing's consumer desktop compact 3D printers, beginning with the DaVinci Nano, our newest unit, priced at $229. Features a 5-inch build volume, fully enclosed design, extremely safe for first-time users, home users, educational users. Has very nice features such as removable build plates that user can easily take out their object and remove it without hassle. And of course, the printer itself comes with a lot of resources such as our XYZ Maker 3D design software app that you can use to create 3D designs on your own. And we provide tutorials to teach beginners how to have fun with 3D printing and create your own designs. And moving on is XYZ Printing's DaVinci Mini wireless printer. In 2018, the DaVinci Mini will be incorporated with voice activation function so that when you're operating a 3D printer, it will be a much easier and seamless process that you don't need to deal with complicated settings or software. Simply talk to the printer, start a print, and then it will begin to print the object for you. And over here is XYZ Printing's DaVinci Junior 1.0 series 3D printers. It features a very nice enclosed design with 6-inch build volume, a very accessible SD display, and also SD card. So you'll be able to operate the printer on itself on the screen. Besides a wide range of 3D printers, XYZ Printing also offer 3D printing tech gifts such as our DaVinci 3D Pen Cool, A unique feature about this 3D pen is that it's extremely compact to use, simple to operate with 2 buttons. And the best feature is that it has a safety tip for low temperature printing. So when your finger touches it, you will not be burnt. So for young children, first-time user, it'll be very easy for them. And the pricing for this 3D pen is $44. This is Frank from XYZ Printing. I'm glad to share with you our new product in 2018 CES.
All right, well, what did you think of Frank? I thought when I was there, Frank did a fantastic job taking us around the booth and talking about the different product offerings from XYZ. I know that XYZ hasn't always had the most positive reputation in the 3D printing community, but I get the feeling they're trying to change that, and the products that they're starting to offer really look like they have an end consumer in mind. I thought it was a good presentation. Of course, I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, let me know if XYZ is exciting this year or if you think nothing they're offering is worth picking up. Again, leave that down in the comments. Last, but certainly not least, we have Eric from Airwolf.
Hi, I'm Eric from Airwolf 3D, and thanks so much for joining me to learn a little bit more about the Evo. We just released this printer the first day of CES, and there's a number of incredible features we've included in this printer. This is a all-metal frame, very rigid printer, using a lot of high-end features that aren't normally found on the desktop. We have on all axis a series of lubrication-free linear guides, I should say maintenance-free linear guides, never require lubrication. We also have an extra song NEMA 23 Z motor with a lead screw on that, precision ground. So we have an extraordinary motion system, and one of the things that makes this printer really unique is that it doesn't just have an enclosed build environment for printing materials like ABS and polycarbonate. Well, it has a heated enclosed build environment. And one of the ways we take advantage of that is we have a new touchscreen display that we designed where we can control the chamber temps. For instance, for ABS, we might want the chamber temp up to 70. For PLA, we might want it off. And for our newest and latest material, which is a 316 stainless steel, we might want the chamber at 40C, which is what I'm doing right now. So I take you inside of the printer here. We have a 12 by 12 build platform that reaches up to 11 inches high. We have printed ABS parts to the complete size of the build volume. This particular part, though, is the stainless steel. It's a very heavy material. This is what's called stainless steel in the green stage. It'll go from here to a debinding process in an oven to finally a sintering process at 1600 or so degrees. Shrink by about 19%, and then you'll have a complete stainless steel part when that process is complete. So we have the stainless steel in the roll. We're also working on a soluble support material for the metal, and we obviously have that hydrofill for the other Airwolf products that we use. So with all that, in addition to the touchscreen and all the custom things that we can do, we can monitor time that the machines run at different temperatures, hours that the machine has on it, maintenance features. This is an entirely new kind of concept for us, and so far it's really amazing. You can lose power at the show like we did earlier, plug the machine back in, and the print will return exactly where it was before the power went off. Also, if you have a filament jam, which hopefully is unlikely, but if that does happen, you can simply press the restore button while the printer is running, and it will bring the print up to where it finished, to where it left off, and you can reload the filament and start it again. That's especially important with metal, because metal filament, just by its nature, will be much more expensive than the traditional plastics. We're talking probably at least $100 or so a pound. So you want to be careful with your metal filament and not waste too much of it. So in addition to the touchscreen, the enclosed chamber, the heaters, we built our own microcontroller. So we call it the Genesis board. It's a 32-bit board in the back that can do very advanced logarithms and precise motion control that we haven't been able to accomplish before with the standard off-the-shelf boards. So that's very exciting too. And this unit retails for $69.95. That's not $69,000, it's $6,995. It's got other features like glass doors, glass top, and generally everything we could do to make it as heavy duty as possible. So coming over here, this machine is called the Axiom 20. We actually released this last year at SEMA. This has become very popular with the automotive industry and with the aerospace industry. Why? Because you can not only print large parts, but you can print large parts in ABS because of the enclosed build volume. So that's what makes this printer so special. And this is actually one of our top selling printers at Airwolf 3D. Very proud of this. It has the standard Axiom metal and polycarbonate construction. It has auto leveling, and it has a lot of other great features like a ball screw on the Z-axis for the repeatability that we need for the large objects. Now, taking the large objects into consideration, we're printing a piece right here that is going to be 20 inches tall, which is what this machine can accomplish, and that piece is actually found on the car right here. Now, why did we bring the car to CES? CES is an electronics show. The car has 3D printed parts all over it. So this rear spoiler is 3D printed in 4 different pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got the Airwolf logo in it. And yes, it didn't come perfectly off the bed like this. It was printed with ABS so we could sand it and paint it and make it look really nice. Now, along the same lines, we've got the license plate and the license plate holder that we all printed on the Axiom 20. Now, if you come around a little bit to the interior of the car, we have seatbelt handles. We have a cup holder for the kids, because this is actually the kids' car, and they need the big cup holders in the back. That was actually designed by a high school student in SolidWorks. And in the center, we have a center console that has special cuts in it for car keys and for a cell phone. We have a grab handles on the top of the interior here. They're made out of flexible TPU. One of the things we love to print in is TPU and all sorts of different kind of new materials and things that aren't just so standard anymore. Going to the front of the car, which is what I spend most of my time on. By the way, this is what's called a Dodge Hellcat. It has 707 horsepower, and we drive it hard because it's meant to be driven hard. And this engine, 6.2 liter supercharged V8, gets hot. So we printed out these heat extractors for the hood. We printed these out of ABS. These weren't finished at all, and these have actually been on the car for a couple months. We also printed out this more aggressive intake scoop for the supercharger. Now, in addition to those parts, we printed out headlight buckets. This was my design. This is very experimental. I thought they look cool. Maybe to some people they do, but we've got scoops right in front of these headlights to give the car a more aggressive appearance. Also, we have this SRT badging, which we kind of combined with the Airwolf logo. So Dodge, if you're listening, we'd love to work on the next muscle car with you. So those are the main features that we 3D printed on the car. As you can tell, looking at the Evo up front that we talked about before, we've spent an extraordinary amount of time on that printer. And hopefully for the next CES, we'll have a lot of the parts on this car printed out of metal, which to I think a lot of people would be really exciting to bring the metal 3D printing technology down to a more consumer feasible level. I think is the real breakthrough that we're going to try to push through 2018. So thanks so much for letting me tell you all about the Airwolf booth. I really appreciate you spending time with me today. And thank you to Joel Telling at 3D Printing Nerd.
Well, that was really nice of Eric to bring us around Airwolf. What do you think of Airwolf's product offering at CES? And where do you think Airwolf is going with its products? Do you think that the Evo printer that they talked about is going to be a big hit? Or do you think it's not going to sell a lot of units? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Well, there we go. 3 different companies at CES took you on a virtual tour of their booth and gave you the rundown on what they have to offer. There's probably a lot of information in the video, and so if you have any questions or if you have any opinions, which I'm sure you do, be sure to leave them down in the comments. But for now, I really hope you enjoyed this. I know that the interview format isn't the most popular, so I thought, why not give people the experience of being at CES? You know, when you walk around CES, there's all these booths, and these booths have employees, and they all want to come talk to you and show you what's on display. Well, you got to do it with 3 companies. And if you like this, then this format might be viable next year at CES or at MRF or at Maker Faire. Maybe we could do it again. But for now, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not, and ring that bell to be notified of when really cool stuff gets uploaded to the channel. And a big thanks to everybody that supports me in all the various ways. Plus, Thanks for letting the ads play. And finally, don't forget to hug each other more because I love you guys. As always, high five.